First of all, hi, thanks for having me. It has been an amazing experience here in Cape Town. It has been my first time here in South Africa and Cape Town. Amazing experience. I had the pleasure to also join the Dubai edition of AIBC. Amazing one also here in South Africa. I think the potential here between the startups and the ecosystem of growth for Web3 and blockchain is really amazing. The adoption in this country is amazing. I met lots of great people, so yeah, I can't ask for more. I believe that the Dubai edition this year was really great. I have been participating in AIBC Dubai events since, I guess, 2021. I can see that it is growing and a really great community. I think participants this year were really a lot, and even though I think still in the majority of participants, I believe, are in the entertainment sector, and but we still can see a growth in the Web3 and blockchain side of the market. I believe there is a really great potential also in Dubai, considering that it's a hub in the Middle East, and the access to the capital, the access to resources is really in a higher range, I would say, in UAE. So it was a great one. I really enjoyed the startup pitch competition, had a really great panel as well, and met lots of friends. So yeah, it was great. Actually, I was today chatting with some of my South African friends who I met here in AIBC, and I was actually telling them that I think the start of the growth in the startup ecosystem comes from regulation. So even though in the UAE market we have been seeing lots of activities in the blockchain area and these sort of cutting-edge innovative industries, it all started really growing into value when the regulation started accepting it. And before the regulation accepts this, this will be always a gray area. This will be an area of hesitation, especially for the investors. But as soon as the government started facilitating the regulation, which is really happening deeply in UAE, both in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and even Ras Al Khaimah. So since these regulations started really facilitating the environment in terms of the legal perspective, lots of new capital started being injected to this industry, and lots of new growth was done in the ecosystems and startups. I believe that the new regulations in UAE are really helping this ecosystem to be safer, especially for investors and even for the end users, to make sure that there is enough authority to monitor this market and everything is regulated enough. And I hope that we see more growth in African market as well. I believe the potential in terms of adoption is huge. So I guess if we want to use those lessons here in South Africa and in general African market, and we see more facilitation in regulation, we will see really, really great improvements. When we always talk about MENA region, obviously it is Middle East and Africa. So we always put these together. But so far, what we have been seeing have been more focus of the builders and Web3 projects in the Middle East and specifically UAE. Now we are seeing more growth in other countries in the Middle East as well. But again, we cannot deny that the hub has been UAE so far. And I think that there is a great harmony, as you said, between these two regions, because here, first of all, the adoption in the society when it comes to crypto is much higher than many other countries because of the banking issues, because of many different issues that are existing here. So the adoption is existing. I think there is a lack of capital here, which can be facilitated by the Middle Eastern capital. And also, when it comes to resources like talents and teams, there are lots of talents in this region, or lots of potential talents in the future. So maybe proper education is what is missing. And there is a lot of knowledge now in the Middle East that I hope that we can bring somehow to this region. With proper education, I think we can have lots of resources. We already have crisis of resources and team in the Middle East. I believe there is not a huge resources when it comes to talents. So I believe educating the talent here and then using the potential that is existing in the Middle East can make a really innovative market and can help both sides to grow faster. Just to tell you a bit more about my point of view, since we are running an accelerator and fundraising hub in Dubai, we are always looking for startups and new ideas, new innovative teams that are looking for more support, not only financially and not only when it comes to investment, but also in terms of more support on the business side, on the fundraising support, on the marketing, and many different angles, because the businesses have many different angles, and usually not all of the founders can cover all of the angles. So we're always in a hunt for finding and basically having a reach to these right teams and right ideas. And our participation here was mainly to, again, get connected to these new startups and new teams. We had the panels which made me find lots of new friends and lots of new potential co-investors, which is amazing. Met lots of ecosystems yesterday, which were also speaking on the same panel, but at the same time, again, connecting to the builders here and to the teams here. I think that was the main part of our participation. And still, we are more than happy to connect with the teams, the local teams here that are building the future of the Web3 space in this region. I believe this is a really impressive and really smart move from Sigma and AIBC. I believe that what I have heard from lots of our co-investors and lots of our partners is that everybody agrees that Sigma is perfectly moving to the right high potential markets, one after each other. And I believe Africa, again, is one of those highest potentials. Lots of resources, lots of opportunity here, which is still, I believe, it's a hidden gem. And I believe that so many investment groups or investment holdings still haven't realized the potential in this market. And it's really impressive for me to see that Sigma has already recognized this opportunity and is hosting these big events in this region. I think really perfectly selected. And I know that you guys will have also another edition in Brazil, which is also really impressive. Good luck for that. And a really great expansion strategy. We are so happy to be a part of it. And I believe you are really targeting all the hubs in different continents. And that is amazing.